Hi everyone, I'm about to have a chat with Dan Nash over Zoom about prayers. We've been chatting with people over the last few weeks. Now, in this video that's to come, just apologies, it does flick between me and Dan a fair bit. There's a bit of background noise where I'm recording. Apologies for that. Hope you really enjoy my catch up with Dan. Thanks. How you going, Dan?
Oh, yeah, doing pretty well. So very good.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming. Now, today as we watch this, it's Mother's Day. As we get to know you a little bit, maybe can you take us back, tell us something a bit about your faith journey as a child, perhaps?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, look, I feel very blessed to be able to have grown up in a family with two Christian parents. We were very involved in the church, so church was always a part of my life. Both my parents were very involved in the church, and it was really important to them.
And now you're involved in, I guess, helping nurture the kids in our church, involved in kids crew, involved in kids church online as well. So thanks for that. Now you go to 6 p.m. and 6 p.m.ers know you quite well. Two key things we know about you: you love pop punk and you love prayer. That's what we
Yeah,
know. Why pop punk?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's just I've always loved punk music, rock music. I feel like I listen to some of the screamo stuff, and I understand if people don't like that, but I feel like everyone should love pop punk.
Happy music. If they want to join your playlist, we'll let them know how to do that sometime. But more
Yeah.
seriously, we're talking about prayer. You are a bit of a champion of prayer in our kind of 6 p.m. community. Have you always been keen on prayer, or has there been something that's kind of triggered that love for you?
Yeah, no, I haven't actually always been keen on prayer. I remember probably fairly influentially as when I was in high school, I was chatting to a friend and he just told me he was going through a really hard time. And I said, "Oh, mate, that kind of sucks. I'll pray for you." And he said, "Oh, that sucks. Christians, all they do is they just pray for you. They don't actually do anything practical." And that really influenced me. And I went, "Okay, well, maybe I should stop praying for people and start doing things." Um, and that's still good. Sometimes as Christians, we can be the answer to prayer. But I think it all changed as I grew in my faith journey. There's a fair few markers. One of them for sure was when I just went through a really hard time in life. I broke up with an ex, and I remember things just felt out of control. The situation wasn't great, and so I really turned to the Psalms. And I remember I would each day just kind of write a psalm out and read that. And some of them I could agree with, a lot of the lament psalms. Other ones where some of them say, I am righteous and I follow you. I kind of couldn't always agree with that, so I would tweak the words a little bit, say, God, help me to follow you. God. And so I would just go and pray those psalms, and they really helped shape my prayer. I think other things, reading up on people, heroes, dead dudes, as Mark Angie used to like to call them, of old, who just were prayer warriors, and the way they, um, yeah, could do amazing things through prayer.
At the moment, you run a regular prayer meeting before church. You did that when we were meeting together, and you run it now on Zoom.
I was feeling frustrated at church in a few different ways, but so I started praying to kind of go, let's make church a little bit better. As I did that, I actually, well, prayer really changed me. God changed me, and I found out a lot of my frustrations were probably more my issues rather than the church's issues. So that's wonderful, and really good that the way God has shaped me. So that's the key thing. But I also think that yeah, doing church is fairly useless if God is not involved, and we need to be praying. God tells us to pray, so there's the simple one. But yeah, we want God to be present with us. There was a prayer group a couple of years ago, and that was really good. When that happened, we had new people walking through the doors. Um, People were more thoughtful and welcoming as they prayed beforehand for new people, and they saw new people come in, and so they were aware of it. On a purely selfish level as well, it just really prepares me for church. Um, I get so much more out of church. It's so much better when I've prayed beforehand. I'm ready to walk in those doors, ready to hear God's word, ready to worship Him, ready to love my family there. So that's just another awesome thing that's come out of praying for it, and why one of the things why I want to keep doing it.
What's your challenge? What's your dream for this group?
Yeah. The dream, I think it would be awesome if there was a group of people praying for church every single week, praying for new people to come to know God, praying for the regular members, to be growing in their relationship with God, praying for people, particularly on the fringes, and figuring out ways we can love them. So I think it would be awesome if everyone was able to commit to coming like once every 2 months, once every 3 months. And then that way, if there's, I don't know, 60, 70 of us at church, it'd always be a group of 5 to 10 people praying before church. And I think that would be super awesome to just always have someone praying for God to be working through our services. But yeah, that's what I'd really love. That way, it's kind of a shared thing that we're all doing together. We're all praying, and we're all expecting that God will answer those prayers through our services.
And you'll post up the link to that in the church Facebook group, I suppose. And
Yeah,
if anyone else wants to get that, just put in a connect card. We'll make sure that you get the details for that.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks so much, Dan. Thanks for filling us in. And looking forward to praying with you in weeks to come and seeing others join us as well. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Murray.